Hey guys, Captain Foley back with you again today for another video. And today we're going back old school. If you guys didn't know, I did a lot of reviews for the Eaglemoss ships. Like a ton. And there's a whole playlist of them on Trekyards if you guys want to check it out. I would really appreciate that. So if you want to check them out, please do so. But today we got another Eaglemoss ship. It's like time travel. Speaking of, when you're watching this video, I'm actually going to be in LA. I said that funny. In LA. Sylvia and I are going there, and ironically, it's my second contact with LA because I've already been there. Been there with Samuel. That's the only time I've ever been to LA for one of our Mission America trips. Well, like I said, as you're watching this, I'm in LA, and I'm going to be, I'll be at Universal Studios today. So I'm in two places at once. Isn't that awesome? I think it is. So anyway, in honor of second contact with LA, today we're looking at the USS Cerritos XL, and I was happy to get this one from Master Replicas. It's one I kind of missed out on and finally got it. So I'm excited. We're going to do a review of it, take a look at it, and basically just do a first contact on this model. And anyway, yeah, so let's get into the box and see what we shall see. Now these ones, a lot of the stuff that's coming out of Master Replicas doesn't have magazines with it, so we can't take a look at the magazine, but that's okay. So let me just pull this out, and here you go. There is the Cerritos in all of its awkward glory. This was a design that I was kind of scratching my head at when they first revealed it, and the more you see it, the more it kind of grows on you. It is an interesting design, and I was the same way. Saw it immediately and I was kind of like, ugh. And then the more I looked at it, and you can watch the videos from the time, the more intriguing it gets. So we're going to take a look at it today, and yeah, so if you can pick one up, go for it. As you can see, it's pretty big. It's the size of my head, and trust me, I have a big head. So anyway, sorry for all the noise outside. Of course, as soon as I start filming, something's happening. Hold on just 1 second. So, as it turns out, the City of London, in their infinite wisdom, decided to pick now, right after I start filming, to replace the tree out front that they planted a few years ago that died. And this is the forest city, so they need to replace the tree. But that's done now, so we're back to the review. And I also turned on the top light because I realized it's a very dreary day out, and you guys probably couldn't see the detail on this beautiful model. Check that out. It is super nice. So yeah, this gets added to my large collection of Eaglemoss ships. So let's take a look at this thing and do our thing. So lots of nice windows along the rim of the saucer. Some lit, some not, which I really appreciate that. Also some nice paneling. There's some paneling in the front there. You can see also too there's a lot of little escape pods, but they're all just colored gray, but there are quite a number of them, and it kind of shows the scale of this ship. Those escape pods are all pretty much a standard size. This makes this pretty big actually. So that's cool. You got the yellow line, that's indicative of the Cerritos. We know that the other California classes have blue and red, and I just realized I'm in California right now when you're watching this. Isn't that cool? California class? Anyway, it's not really that cool. Bridge, you got the bridge window at the front there, as you can see, and then that black detail extending back, covering the top of the bridge area. Around the side, you've got some nice windows set in there, and then these raised elements, which I'm not really sure what they are, but they are there. And then you got a blue phaser ring, which is an interesting choice. Now there is no front registry on this one. As you know, the registry It's like a tramp stamp, as Mike McMahon says. It's right there. It says USS Cerritos NCC 75567. It's a little misaligned. The second 5 kind of goes down a little bit, but that's all right. Got some interesting detail right in there. You got some window details in that inset part, and then like a stepped part at the back here, which also has some window details, and another phaser ring at the back. Phaser strip, I guess, wouldn't be a ring. And then some more detail on the back of the saucer there. Now on the sides of the saucer, there's no windows on the sides of the saucer, but there are these darker gray elements all around. Quite a few spots. And there are running lights. They're very, very, very small, but there's one there, the red one, and there's a green one over on this side, which you can see there. Going to the bottom of the ship, more of the same kind of window detail, same yellow ring, and then the blue phaser strip, as well as some other inset areas and more of the paneling and the escape pods. Middle part is like a dark blue color, which is interesting. There's no detail on that, which is fine. I believe that's exactly like the ship. And then you've got this area that kind of splays out from the back there that has both blue, well, it has blue paneling and detail, as well as the main gray part as well. So very interesting in that regard. I think the colors that they use for this is quite nice, considering it is an animated ship, so I think they're kind of focusing on that. The struts are a darker gray as well. You see that negative space in the middle there, and I think those look fantastic. Moving down to the nacelles, the very unique Bizarre collectors and front end of the nacelle, which looks basically unhoused or unshielded. It just looks standard. Like it's missing something almost, which I think is part of the look of the Cerritos. So again, nice red detail on the front, and then some red striping on the side of them as well as the bottom. Moving back from that, you've got the standard housing for a nacelle, but you've got a yellow delta. It's actually, well, it's a white delta with a yellow circle behind it, and then yellow pinstriping going back instead of the standard Starfleet red. And again, some really fantastic panel line details, or panel plates on that, and then a clear blue plastic for the grills, the warp coils, with a light gray stripe in the middle as well. On the top of the nacelle, you've got a clear blue inset as well, and then same for the bottom. It's the same thing. You can see a seam line there on the bottom, which is a good place to put seam lines on our nacelle. Tommy, take note. Too late, I know, but it's okay. Then the back of the nacelle has a really neat angle, and again, blue details. So you gotta love that. Moving to the secondary hull, or the engineering section, if you will. Again, the same kind of struts with the negative space, same as what's on the side here, and same color as well. And then there's actually no real detailing on this. I mean, you got the panels, obviously, and then the yellow striping, but there's no windows or anything. There are actually windows on this part of the ship, so that's an interesting choice. Going to the bottom, a huge yellow detail, just a yellow stripe, nothing else. No warp core ejection ports or markings or anything like that. So pretty standard, pretty simple. And then going to the deflector, it's actually kind of strange. The deflector is a really weird kind of aquamarine or turquoise color, and then like purple with a pink inset. It's, again, probably just going for that animated kind of look. It's an interesting choice, and I don't hate it, but I kind of hate it. I kind of hate the colors. But that being said, with the way this thing sits on the stand, you can see it, obviously, but you're never really going to focus too much on the deflector, I don't think. So there it is. So that's kind of our cursory look. We're going to throw this on the turntable and take a look at it on the stand, see how it looks and how it feels. I'm really happy to have this one, honestly, and if you can pick one up, I would suggest doing so. But anyway, so let's throw this thing on the turntable and take a look at it. You can tell it's been a while since I've done an Eaglemoss review because I forgot how to do it. I forgot to show you guys the box. There you got a great image of the Cerritos, USS Cerritos Hero Collector, Lower Decks, and the official Starships collection. And there you've got their animated ships. You've got the Luna class animated, the California class Cerritos, and then the Parliament class, which now we've seen are named after Canadian cities. We've had the USS Vancouver and the USS Toronto now. So those are on there. I love that. I really need a Parliament class. If you guys have a Parliament class or an extra one you want to get rid of, let me know in the comment section down below. I neglected to pick one up, and I really love the design. So side of the box has Lower Decks font with the official Starship collection, USS Cerritos. On the side of the box, another great shot of the ship, different from the top. Got that shot and then that shot. They are different, trust me. Again, these boxes make great displays. If you needed to keep the ship in the box, you can display it like this up on a shelf or something, or like that as well, or just put them behind the ship for display purposes. The boxes are really good for that. On the other side of the box, you've got all of the shows: Voyager, TNG, Deep Space Nine, Discovery, Enterprise, and Pickard. Star Trek Picard right there. Bottom of the box has the standard legalese and UPC code, and then the StarTrek.com and the Delta. So that's the box. I should have probably done this part first. But oh well. Now we're going to go take a look at it on the turntable. Alright guys, here she is on the turntable, looking beautiful. And as you can see, it displays quite nicely. To get it on the stand was a little bit hard because you got to kind of finagle that between the nacelles and slip it in. I don't really have much of an issue with the stand though. Keeps it nice and flat and level, which I love. I hate when they point upwards. I think that looks stupid. But yeah, so if you display it on a lower shelf, you get a really good look of this ship. It's got some good shapes to it. Like I said, especially if it's on a lower display shelf, you're looking down at it. If you display it on a level shelf, again, that looks kind of cool. The stand doesn't really get in the way of the ship design at all. As I was saying with the deflector there, it's not blocked at all. I figured it might be, but it's not. So on a eye level shelf, it actually looks very good from a lot of different angles as well. So there you go, take that for what it's worth. And if you put it on an upper shelf, again, some really nice angles for this thing that really kind of make it pop and sing, if you will. It's like flying away from you is a kind of a cool look, honestly. But you can, like, even upper shelves like that looks very much Miranda-esque, you know. So there's a lot of great display potential for this one. And those red parts at the front look like they glow in certain light, but they definitely don't. They're not like clear plastic or anything. They're just paint. So there you have it, guys. The USS Cerritos XL from Eaglemoss, or Master Replicas now, I guess. If you have the means to pick one up, I would suggest doing so. But thank you for watching. Please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels, the Captain Foley personal channel, as well as the Trekyards main channel. And check out other videos in this series. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. It's Captain Foley, signing off.